Hey, I'm Ash, author, speaker, and educator. I'm also a mum of 3. Close to a decade, I've been diving deep into human behavior and how we can really live in our most optimal and vital manner. So this, to me, includes our mental health, our physical health, and of course our energetical health. Today I want to give you a quick introduction to an upcoming 2-part webinar series that I'm hosting as a ripple effect of what I saw on my Facebook feed yesterday. Now, I've been concerned about the mental health of our youth now for quite some time, in particular the last 2 years. Of course, since 2020, the whole world changed as we know it. And the ripple effects of lockdown, sanitizing hands, the fear of germs, the fear of, I guess, death that has not really been faced before in our society and modern times has really led to an increase in anxiety, not only for adults, but also for our youth. And our youth often get forgotten, let's say. Their voice is often unheard, particularly by professionals who, although they are trying to do the best they can with the resources they have, often cover up the root cause because society systems just doesn't allow for effective healing and effective time and processes for actual healing. So the root cause of the anxiety is often not faced or addressed, and cover up tools such as pharmaceuticals, antidepressants, anti-anxiety tablets are the common answer, and is a very disempowering action rather than an empowering action. So that's what I'm here to speak to you about today, and that's what this 2-part webinar series is on. The first webinar series is for parents to understand themselves, to understand what they need to do, to acknowledge that they are a part of this journey and they are a very empowering part of this journey. So the first part of the webinar series is, I guess, what you would call pre-frames of what the 2-part series is about: anxiety, humans, the physical body, and our role as parents, how we can, as parents, lead by example, influence our children, show our children healthy communication skills, healthy apology and forgiveness models, the healthy emotional regulation practices that allow for us to feel safe in our body and our emotions and the overwhelming emotions, and how we can learn to basically shut up and listen. That's definitely what I had to do. I had to really stop trying to prove my point and prove my argument. And I just had to shut up and listen. And to do that, I had to have a healthy emotional release practice. I had to dive into what was creating the reaction within me. And this is you know, this is not a pill fix. This is going into the root cause, and that's going to be uncomfortable for a lot of people, and it's why the quick fix has become so mainstream and so sought after. And you're now facing a year's wait to get in to see a specialist. In my opinion, the long-term effects of these band-aid effects are not good. The first series is really what we can do as parents, and then the second webinar is going into the depths and the science of what anxiety is, overwhelming emotions, energy, what the physical body is, what humans are, our mindset, our brain, our behaviors, and our electrical system, which is actually the physiological responses of anxiety, the nervousness in the belly or the nausea in the belly, the heart palpitations, and equipping parents with tools and resources that do work and that have evidence-based practices and resources for us as parents. Now, I've dived into this journey myself, as I said, and I've used all of these tools and resources, and it has completely changed my life, my ability to deal with my own anxiety and my relationships with my children in particular through their teenage years and through their own challenges in mental health and challenges in feeling anxious and fitting in, and the education system in particular. So that's something else that sits really close to my heart, because I did actually pull all 3 of my children eventually out of school to homeschool due to overwhelming pressures and a system that just didn't work for us. And a couple of years later, now we're just having fantastic results. You know, my daughter is thriving, and my son is got an amazing job. My youngest son is about to start side distance education as we travel and tour Western Australia and hopefully Australia with my upcoming book, Leading Matriarch, and doing speaking and facilitating around Oz. So that's really exciting, you know, and it's my evidence that I have collected that my tools work and that they work for my family and they'll work for yours as well. So that's really why you really need to participate in these webinar series. If you yourself experience anxiety, if you're a parent, if you are a parent of a child who is there in their teenage years, who is struggling, or who you may even just want to empower yourself for future reference and to understand how we can have a better connection with our children. So even if your children don't experience anxiety or mental health challenges, the tools and resources that you're going to gain in these webinars are just so impactful in deepening relationships, in understanding human behavior, in understanding mindset, as I said, communication models, apology models, and how we can really deepen our connections with our loved ones. So that's me. Want to keep it nice and short and sweet. Thanks for watching. If you'd like more information on the webinar series, please comment below. Shoot me a private message, or check out my website, amy-hamilton.com, and I hope to see you there.